guys, it's Sherry. I hope that you're having a fantastic day. Y'all, let's do some seriously meaningful paper crafting. Stay tuned. So here is what we're making today. We are going to make a photo folio, and I'll show it to you in closer detail as we get ready to go over what you're going to need to make it. So I don't know about those of you who might be of my generation, and I'm talking about the generation that used to have to take film in to be developed. We had to wait for those prints to come back. We had negatives, and then when you got your prints back, you were just so excited to go through them, share them with family and friends, look at them from time to time, share them with the kids. And that was the way that we had to create photographic memories of those special times, those vacations, those weddings, all those wonderful moments in life that we used to capture by getting a camera, sometimes attaching the flash bulb, bringing it to the eye and snapping. But now we don't have that. The majority of photographs are actually stored on some type of mobile device and storing them to the cloud, and they just sit. Well, that really bothers me because I remember the wonderful times I had with my girls going through photo albums and looking at pictures. And I personally feel like we have a whole generation that will never know that experience, that will never see most of the photographs that are taken because they're stored on a mobile device. Yes, some are uploaded to Facebook or Instagram, but so many go unlooked at. And there's just nothing like having that photograph in your hand. So that's what today's project is going to be. It is going to be a little photo folio, and this is absolutely gorgeous. But it also serves double duty as a card because there's a spot inside to write a note to the person that you want to give it to. And I'm going to show this to you in detail once we get ready to make it. But this is today's project. Y'all know what time it is? It is time to make it. All right, y'all, so here's what we're going to be making. After doing the Secret Garden pull-out card, it started me thinking about some of the other things that I have that fall in line with gardening and roses and flowers. And I actually pulled out these beautiful, they're postcards that can be used as postcards, but I pulled these out and I cannot tell you where they came from because one of you guys sent these little beauties to me, but you did not include your name or your return address. You simply put these in the mail with a card that says smile. And they definitely do make me smile, but I would love to have been able to thank you. So if you're watching this video, thank you. And guys, I can't share where these came from because I don't know, but they are just fabulous. So after doing that Secret Garden pullout, I remembered receiving these about 2 months ago. Hadn't used them yet, but they're perfect for today's craft. Because here is what we're going to be making. We are going to be making this fabulous photo folio. And on the outside, I want to stay in line with that little Secret Garden theme of roses and flowers and just beautiful spring and summer looks. And that's exactly what we're going to do here. So I used one of those postcards on the outside as my decorative element, added nothing else to it because for me, this is beautiful enough. I don't need to add anything to take away from what is on this postcard. Then when you open it, what I have here, like I said, it's an all-in-one, so you can write a wonderful message here, and then I added my tassel just as a decorative element. But on this side, I added a few pieces of ephemera just for fun. And then I added a postcard so that the person receiving this can use it or they can keep it with this pack. And then I added some photo mats, and I added the paper to the front and to the back so that you have an opportunity to include 4 photos in this photo folio. And I think that it's really, really kind of sweet. So this is what we're going to be making today. Very simple. And you don't need to have postcards for this. You can very easily substitute your cut-aparts for this project. So here's what we're going to need to make it. And I'm working with this beautiful floral paper today, but I'm going to be using this side because I think it's just as pretty and it's the side that I am choosing to use. So we're going to need a piece that measures 8 by 12. We have a pocket piece that measures 3.5 by 5 1/4. Then I have one of my postcards. Now, if you have any 4 by 6 cut-aparts, perfect for this. Or if you happen to have one of those large print 12 by 12s, cut it down and just capture a portion of that scene, cut it to 4x6, and you have one of these as well. And then I have the mat that I'll be using for this 4x6 postcard, and my mat size is 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. And then I have the photo mats that I'll be using on the project. So I will need 2 pieces of white that measure 3 1/2 by 5 1/4. I'll need 2 cardstock mats for that piece, and they measure 5 1/2 by 3 3/4. Then I'll need 2 pieces of white mat. It can be cardstock, it can be printer paper, whatever it is you want to use, but you'll need 2 pieces of white that measure 4 1/4 by 5 1/4. Then you'll need the background mat that measures 5 1/2 by 4 1/2. Then I have my large inside mat. I have my white piece that measures 4 3/4 by 6 3/8. Then I have my large piece that measures 5 by 6 5/8. So now we're going to take our 8 by 12 inch piece of cardstock, and I am going to score at 1/2 inch on all 4 sides. And then we're going to rotate it to the 12, and we're going to score at 6. And then I'm just going to fold and burnish all of my scores. And I'm sure, because it happens every time, that I'm going to get comments about, why did you choose to use this side instead of the pretty side? Guys, they're both pretty sides to me, and when I'm making a craft, I'm choosing what I like, but when you make it, you can choose it however you like for it to be. But for me, this is the side that I want on the outside. So all I'm going to do in each corner, I am just going to angle out just a little notch. And we're going to notch out on all corners. And then you're going to have this. Now you can lay this down with your tape runner or your glue. My tape runner just happens to be sitting right here. So I am going to place tape on all 4 sides. And then I'll fold over. All right, so now all we need to do is just fold over our edges. Very simple, right? Make sure you get that nice and stuck. Then I'm just going to fold this to reinforce. And now I have my sweet little folio. We're going to add a pocket, and I am going to glue the pocket in. I could have gone through the process of leaving this long and then scoring and cutting off and folding up. That sounded like a lot, didn't it? And that's why we're not doing it that way. We're just going to do it the simple way. We're going to take our pocket that measures 3 1/2 by 5 1/4, and we are going to add our glue to the 2 short sides and 1 long side. And then I'm going to take it and just place it down. Let's go ahead and get that stuck. So now we have our little pocket. We are going to bring in the mat that measures 6 5/8 by 5 and 4 3/4 by 6 3/8. And we're going to place those down right here on the inside, and that's going to give us our writing space. So I am going to use my tape runner. Add some tape. Then I'm going to take this piece and just get it centered as best I can. Now we can take this piece add some tape to the back. And we'll place it down. When I place it down, I'm going to bring it in almost to the edge here. Then I'll use my big old spatula to get that nice and stuck. And you can see that we have this sweet little folio. We've got our writing space. We have our pocket. Now we're going to go ahead and make our other mats. All right, so let's bring in our two pieces that measure 3.5 by 5.25. We are going to go ahead and add some tape to those. So basically, I'll put one on the front and I'll put one on the back. And then we're going to bring in the piece that measures 5.5 by 4.5 and the two white pieces that measure 5.25 by 4.25 and do the same thing. So we're just going to add our tape. And then we'll just put this down. And we'll take our second one and place it on the back side. So now we have two very simple photo mats that we can put in our pocket. And then just to add a little bit of cute, I am tucking in some little ephemera pieces. We don't have to put a whole lot, just some cute in there. So we have our completed folio. Now we just want to do that outside. So I am going to bring in my outside mat, and this mat measures 6.25 by 4.25. And I'm going to go with this beautiful postcard here. And I'll take my tape. And I'm going to add my tape to the back. We're going to take that piece, get it stuck, and we have just a little bit of green showing. Then I can take that beautiful piece and stick it right there on the front. Does not take a whole lot. So I'm going to do this with my tape as well. And when I put it down, I'm just going to put it down at a slight angle because I like how that looks. I absolutely love it. Now we get to do some very simple decorating to the inside. So I've already decided that I want to take this little piece of ephemera that says cherished, and I'm going to put it right there. And this is just going to be so sweet. It is so simple, but it is simply sweet. So now I'm just going to add something to this side. I'm not going to do a whole lot. So I am going to take this little hello sticker here, and we're going to put it right here at the top. I'm going to look at it just to make sure I get it straight. We're going to put it right here at the top because this is where we would start writing our message. Even if you wanted to put a photograph here, you certainly can, because if you're crafting it, you can do whatever you want to it. So I am going to take one of my sweet rose stickers and just offset it just a little bit. Get that nice and stuck. And there we have it. We have this beautiful folio that will have so much meaning to whomever you give it to, because we are going to take some photographs and actually mount hard photographs and give those as a gift. Instead of just having them on our phone or our tablet or in the cloud somewhere, we're going to print some photos, y'all, and send them out. This would make a great Mother's Day gift. This would also make a great gift for the aunties, for anyone who might have family that might live away, or it makes a great sentimental gift if you happen to have a photograph of you and someone that brings back a very wonderful memory of years gone by. Why not include it in something like this and send it out? Bring a smile to that person's day, and then they're able to take this and just set it out, just like that and look at it anytime that they want. And then the final thing that I'm going to do to this, y'all, I'm going to add a tassel. So I am just going to go to the back of my folio and just punch a hole. And I'm punching a hole using my Crocodile, and I have it set on the 1/8 setting. So what I did was I punched a hole on the back flap. I am going to take one of my sweet little tassels and I'm going to feed it through the hole, and then I'll just pull it through. And now we have this beautiful tassel on the inside. Y'all, how sweet is that? These are so stinking cute. They are gifts all by themselves, or you can add them to a journal, completely up to you. But I just love how these have turned out. And I'll just remove my mat. You can actually put little messages on the bottom of the mats if you want. And then I just fill the pocket with some ephemera just to add to that cuteness of it. But this is our completed photo folio. Guys, I hope that you've liked it. If you have, please hit that like button. If you are not a subscriber to my channel, I would love to have you join this amazing online crafting family. You guys, as always, please be safe, be kind, happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye.